We had our barbecue already.
Hey, she was on the list. Meeting with most people.
Hello from another place. Are you guys live yet or no?
Oh,
Fred.
Trying.
Can you hear us?
I hear something.
That's all that counts.
No, you're echoing, not me.
We have,
Are we live? Are we having a meeting? How are we waiting for people? What's the plan?
So we started the meeting already. We're just getting to item F on the agenda, 8F. So,
Perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
so hopefully we can hear you loud and clear. The setup in here is really good with the new camera, or at least the new sound setup.
And you guys do have a generator there, right?
The power is back. So apparently there was a fire in West Bamfield that may have been affected or may affect the power grid, so they shut down to be safe. But if it's back on, I assume we're in better shape. So, yeah.
All right. So are we going with the meeting or recess or what's happening?
We're recessing.
Yeah, this is still the wrong view.
Your camera is off there at the meeting hall, John.
And we're working on it.
Yeah, yeah, our power is on. You can hear us, so that was self-evident, but
I'm gonna call.
there we go. So I think our tech is just trying to figure out the camera, so it just shut down and pointed straight up or straight down, so.
full thing, yeah.
We can see you though, so I think the power is on for sure. We're just trying to figure out the camera. It was working before the power went out. So we're just, we're recessed right now until we got everything up and running.
Yes, sort of.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good speakers.
You're really low.
So if this is not an owl, what kind of device is this?
It looks like it's one of those ones where you set it underneath or on top of the TV and it moves around on its own. Like you can control it to pan and zoom and whatever going up and down is called pitch. Yeah, pitch.
This is the same system that they use in like you. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's going back home. Yeah. Home.
Yeah, pan, zoom, pitch.
Okay. I don't know if Lavana is back online. She was trying earlier. Yep, she might be.
Yep, she's at least connected. I remember once she had to connect with her phone to get the audio, so something with her laptop.
We were chatting with her very well earlier.
Probably means I have perception. I do.
Yeah, I think there must be something connected with the build thing, with the power on, because I had absolutely nothing, and I had.
Oh, the cell phone tower is connected to the grid,
Oh,
and so it doesn't have its own in power.
got
Yeah,
it.
which is really dumb, but I guess you take it.
Just shows we should have that mobile Starlink ready to go for everybody. They're on sale right now. You get one for free. Just pay service.
Let's go.
Yeah, you have to have a rural remote address, but that's half the CRD.
I'm pretty sure we can figure this out. In business, we do this every day with remote access and video chat.
Possibly giving them away and giving you service sooner.
They are for sure. But they have, every year they have a rural remote sale. I look at it every time. Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
So there's a citizen here who lives just down the hill by the playground. She has Starlink. She's pretty happy with it. Apparently it's way better up on the hill than it is down in Norfolk, just because the satellites are hard to get to. But it's the more, can't remember what the name of the orbit is, but the geosynchronous orbits are around the equator, right? So we have to point south, but they're Starlink runs the ones that go around the poles. So it gets all of you, it gets everyone, because it rotates underneath, right? They keep adding more and more of those, so it gets better every year.
My son lives up in Yellowknife and D&D uses some other, because I asked him if they use that.
Eurosat, it's internet that they run too.
Well, your bay down there is Starlink.
Yeah. Yeah.
It looks good. You're close to the.
I was told that it's okay. Compared up here. Yeah, yeah.
We can't say too far.
Okay, Janice, are we able to continue on? I saw that the video was on. Is that something that we can open up and turn on again?
That's, we're just trying to figure out.
We just don't see you at all.
It's gone.
Can we turn it on and off again? Is that what we need to do, or?
Or is it the setting on the bottom corner with the video with a little arrow to choose between the external versus the laptop?
I'm just checking to see if anybody's seen the IT crowd, but yeah.
It's your.
I have, and that is a very good comment.
But you hear us all right? Okay. Are we able to start without the video? Because we're pretty zoomed out already. I mean, it's just the hall. But I'll just make sure to announce the name of the speaker fairly loud. Okay, so if you look to your agendas, we've gone to item 8F, and we've only passed the West Coast Grant and Aid category. So we still have the other 4 left over. So the next one looks like it's for all the like the regional one. There we go. Super blue, but that's fine. All right, so we're pretty good. Hello. That's a good camera though.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Looks good.
Okay, so we have moved and seconded and passed the West Coast Grant and Aid category. The next is the regional grant and aid category. So I'll read out the motion. The motion is that the Alberni Conifer Regional District Board of Directors award from the 2025 Regional Grant and Aid category grants to the following organizations. $2,500 to the Alberni District Fall Fair, $6,000 to the West Coast Inland Search and Rescue, $5,000 to the Vancouver Island North Island Film Commission, $6,000 to the Alberni Valley Rescue Squad, $5,500 to the Port Alberni Shelter Society, and $5,000 to the Alberni Valley Makerspace. Great. Would anyone like to move that?
So
Thank you, Director Mealy, seconded by Director Segan. Thank you. Any further comments? Oh, Director Roth, please go ahead.
I would like it noted in the minutes that we just entered the meeting and we are excluded from the beginning part of the meeting. Mostly because I wanted to discuss one of the issues that was previously on the agenda. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. What was the previous item on the agenda you wanted to speak to?
It was a letter, correspondence for information from Eleanor Robertson.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we had a bit of discussion about that too. After this item, if you wanted to speak to it, we can do that too.
Sure, whatever. Thanks.
sure, whatever.
Alrighty, so with that, it was moved and seconded. Any further comments? Okay, seeing none. All those in favor? All opposed? Okay, motion carried. Thank you. All right, so the next item is the Alberni Valley Conifer Regional District Board of Directors award from the 2025 Alberni Valley and Banfield Grant and Aid category. Grants to the following organizations: $3,000 to the Canadian Council of the Blind, $7,500 to the Port Alberni Backpack Program, $26,000 to Port Alberni Victim Services, $10,000 to West Coast Aquatic, $4,200 to Alberni Valley Food Security Society, $1,100 to the Broombusters Invasive Plant Society, $1,420 to the Alberni Valley Hospice Society, that's very specific, $450 to the Alberni Valley Community Action Team, $5,000 to the Port Alberni Salmon Festival Society, $3,324 to the Wholesome Meals on Wheels Association of Port Alberni, $12,820.50 to the Port Alberni Marine Rescue Society, $12,284 to the ADAPS Youth and Family Services, $30,900 to the Alberni Valley Chamber of Commerce. Yeah, that's it. Heather?
I just wanted to provide additional information to the Port Alberni Victim Services application. So at the last meeting, I was asked to contact the province to ask about a statement made in the Victim Services application where they stated that there's a cost share of 50-50 between the province and local governments. So we asked for clarification, and I did receive a response from the ministry. They indicated that there is an expectation that peace-based victim services are cost shared 50-50 between the province and local governments. However, it's not a requirement, and that the ministry does not have any means of enforcing this clause. So they also explained that they really appreciate the money that the regional district has provided to victim services in Port Alberni for many years. So I just wanted to clarify that that response was received.
Okay, thank you. Any further comments or questions? Would anyone like to move the motion?
To move.
Thank you, Director Mealy, seconded by Director Cote. Any further comments? Okay, seeing none. All those in favor? All opposed? Okay, motion carried. Thank you. All right, that brings us to the fourth motion, which is for the Cherry Creek electoral area. And it's $22,000 for the Cherry Creek Community Recreation Commission. Director Sparrow, would you like to move that?
Sure.
No? Seconded by Director Mealy. Any further comments? Seeing none, all those in favor? All opposed? Okay, motion carried. Okay, and lastly, we have $10,000 for Banfield Community Affairs from the Banfield Electoral Area Grant and Aid category. Director Beckett.
I would like to move that, sir, that the Alberni Clayoquot Regional District Board of Directors award from the 2025 Banfield Electoral Area Grant Aid category, a grant in the amount of $10,000 to Banfield Community Affairs.
Seconded by Director Steer. Any further comments? Okay, seeing none. All those in favor? All opposed? Okay, motion carried. Okay, that brings us to item, we'll go back to the item regarding Kennedy Lake. Is that what it was? Great Central Kennedy Lake here. Director Roth, did you want to have a comment on the letter from Helen Roberts?
Well, first of all, I don't know what was already discussed, so I don't really want to repeat things that may have already been talked about. It's kind of an awkward situation here. Can you give me a brief about what was already discussed?
Yeah, Director Cote had said that there used to be a dock there, but then it was either moved or taken over by an adjacent private property. Is that what it was?
Excuse me. Yes, the dock, it may have been moved over slightly off of the property that is the boat launch, or it was there. The line is definitely, the dock is not on ACRD boat launch property. It's leased to Omega, which is right next door. So it's private property. I said that there was debris that had been accumulated at the boat launch and has been identified as a danger to people using the boat launch that needs to be addressed at some point. And that I would like to see the Great Central Lake boat launch turned into a regional park. That's about the discussion. Also that I'd like to go and present at the next regional parks committee meeting to discuss, do a presentation as to the importance of the boat launch at Great Central Lake and how it should be why it should be a regional park.
Yeah, that was the idea, to start the discussion somewhere. I believe the regional parks discussion can happen fairly directly and straightforward because it's not, I don't know that it's a committee, it's a working group, I think. And so, once the discussions go on there, we'll learn more about what the next steps could be. And then we probably just bring it back for seeking direction from the board after that, once we get all the information together.
Okay, well, my comments didn't have anything to do with the regional park. I'll just read off my notes. The mud hole is widely used but unofficial launch area that lacks proper infrastructure, posing ongoing safety risk, environmental concerns, and accessibility issues. Currently, the absence of a designated dock or ramp leads to erosion, congestion, and unsafe launching practices, particularly for families, seniors, and those with mobility challenges. We've seen how the public docks and boat launches at Sprout Lake have greatly improved safety, access, and community enjoyment. We believe the Great Central Lake, as another major recreational and ecological asset in the region, deserves similar support and attention. So these were the questions: does the ACRD have jurisdiction over the mud hole site? Is there a possibility to initiate a feasibility study or environmental assessment for a dock launch project? Could this project be included in the ACRD's future parks or capital infrastructure planning? Are there funding opportunities that the ACRD could pursue, for example, Community Works funds or provincial grant? And would the ACRD support forming partnerships with local residents, First Nations, or stewardship groups to help plan or maintain such infrastructure? Now, these questions were sent to me by Helen Robertson separately from the others. Thank you.
Thank you, Susan. All right, Dr. Roth. Jenny, I think that's something that can be discovered or discussed and answered in the processes.
I can speak to just a little bit about that. So we do have some community works funding allocated to address some of the issues at the property. So the ACRD does have the property there. There is a the word where you have someone else. I'm so sorry. I'm getting old.
Stewardship?
Have to abide by this timberlands. They've got a
Yeah.
covenant. It's a covenant on the property. So there's the story. There's one nuance to the issue there. And whether that's going to stay in the Sprout Lake Park Service or come into regional parks. Those are sort of the issues we're dealing with. So we do have plans to address that. And in the interim, we recognize that this is a really important asset that we would like to have a long-term plan and improve that. One thing I found out, and I don't know what the cost is, but there is a private boat launch already at Great Central Lake. So that is available to people to use in the interim while we come up with a plan. So just a little more information on Great Central.
Just also like to note that we can't hear you very well. Thanks.
Okay, I think the microphones are on. Yeah, I think Jenny's sitting about as far away from the microphones as possible. So next time face me when you're speaking, and hopefully it'll be a bit better. Okay, any further comment? Dr. Cote?
Thank you. So Great Central Lake boat launch is under the Sprout Lake Parks Service. So that committee has been looking at renovations and updating that park. It's on the budget for, I was hoping for 2025, but it's looking at 2026. But I'd also like to see it become a regional park because it's used by people that mostly don't live at within the Sprout Lake area, more of a regional asset. There is porta potty there through the summer months. Also, a dry hydrant for fire department. We work closely with the Marleys that own the property all around, and we continue to do that. They have helped out with the boat launch many times. And they also provide just very short distance away from the regional district boat launch is their paid boat launch, which is much more preferred because it's deep. It's not as shallow. to boat, launch a boat. I know lots of people that have to use that one. Yes, and if you get anybody's, sending you messages that want to know about Sprout Lake, please send them my way. Thank you.
Great, thank you. Any further comments? Okay, the next item is planning matters, item 9. Oh, sorry, Fred, go ahead. Director Boyko, please go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. I just heard a comment from Director Cote about presenting at the Regional Parks Working Group. Is that something that directors are allowed to go to? Because I thought they were excluded from that. Thank you.
Yeah, that's why she asked for permission to present to that group. So, but the thing is with directors, as long as you ask beforehand, you can pretty much attend most anything. So
I'd
yeah.
also like to attend it. Then thank you.
Yeah. Yep, I would just make sure you send an email that CCs me and Daniel just so it can, be all in the up and out. So
Appreciate it. Thank you.
yep. Any further comments? Okay, next item is 9.1A, a development variance permit. Alex, please go ahead.
Thank you. This is a development variance application to reduce the required side yard setback for a property at 9898 Lakeshore Road in Sprout Lake. The variance would allow for a 2-story accessory building to be constructed with a garage on the main floor and an accessory dwelling unit on the second floor, with an overall building height of 24 feet at a siting of 10 feet from the western side lot line. Sprout Lake APC reviewed this at their May 12th meeting where they supported the application as presented. Staff recommend that the board proceed with the neighbor notification process, and that would include a mail out to neighboring residents and property owners within 100 meters. And then we would be bringing that variance and any correspondence back to the board for a final decision at a future meeting. Happy to answer any questions.
Great, thank you. There are a lot of instances of 98 in this section. It ends on page 98, the address is 9898. Weird things you notice when you're looking for it.
Okay, thank you. I make the motion that the Alberni Clayoquot Regional District Board of Directors consider issuance of development variance permit DVD 24015, subject to neighbor notification as per Local Government Act 499.
Thank you. Do you have a seconder?
No, you can't vote.
You cannot vote. No, it's okay, Dr. Mealy. Thank you.
Sorry.
Any further comments?
Put my hand down.
Seeing none, all those in favor? All opposed? Okay, motion carried. Thank you. All righty, that brings us to reports. 10.1 are staff reports. In regards to that, would anyone like to pull anything out? Director Cote, please go ahead.
Thank you. Page 100, the building report. It looks like we're down on building permits. And is that a trend that's happening right now?
Happy to speak to that through the chair. Certainly down on the issuance of building permits this year. The number of applications has picked up the last 2 months, and we're working through a bit of a backlog on that, but we are seeing a fewer number of permits. I will highlight that the value of permits remains high, and we've issued a number of single family dwellings, which are usually, higher value construction. And we have a number of major development applications that are working their way through for industrial buildings and things like that. So while the numbers remain low in terms of number of permits, I think the value and the total construction value that we're seeing in the region so far is on par. And we would hope to see some improvement with the numbers the second half of the year. Go ahead.
Thank you. So are we improving our time? I always hear complaints about people that it takes so long to get anything through building. So is our timeline shortening, or are we, I know that we're putting out statements now also where development permits or building permits are at what stage, so.
Yeah, I'm happy to answer that as well. So we're continuously working to find ways to streamline. We did have a staff shortage in the building inspection function where we had no building admin assistance for a number of months. So we're playing a bit of catch up there. But beyond that, that is a goal of ours that we are, we're working with applicants to make sure that they've submitted the information that our inspectors need. And that's usually a big timeline sink, is that, we have partial applications. And then I will also highlight that we have the development approvals process review project that is just wrapping up, and we'll be presenting to the board at the end of June about
about that. And that's looking at ways to make building more efficient, more effective, and look at ways that we can take advantage of to become more effective, not only on the building side, but also on the planning development side. So we look forward to that discussion next month.
Thank you.
Okay, would you like to move the motion?
I would like to move the motion.
Okay, Director Boyko, please go ahead.
Thank you, Chair. I guess I'm hard to see over there with my little hand. I'll be more obvious. My comment was similar to Director Cote's. Yeah, I noticed that building inspections are down. But we did use that at the high number as justification to add another staff member. So I just want to make sure that we're aware that we've added staff and then potentially we're seeing that they're not being required. So we have to keep that in the back of our mind. But I'm hearing from many builders in the industry as well that everything is very much slower this year, especially out at Sprout Lake as well. Thank you.
Thank you. And yeah, the projector was not showing the extreme left of the screen, so I wasn't able to see the hand up. So thank you for that. Yeah. Okay. So it's been moved to receive by Director Cote.
Yes.
Seconded by Director Sparrow. Any further comments? Okay, all those in favor of receiving the reports? Okay, motion carried. Thank you. All right, we don't have any committee reports. That brings us to member reports. Member report item A, 911 Corporation, Director Beckett.
No report, no meeting, sir.
Thank you. Vancouver Island Regional Library, Director Boyko.
Yes, thank you, Chair. We had our audit committee meeting about a week and a half ago, and we'll have our next meeting in about a week as well. Nothing to report. Thank you.
Thank you. Alberta Valley Chamber of Commerce, Director Mealy, please.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chair. I appreciate it. And I was, on behalf of Mayor Minions, attended the AGM of the Alberta Valley Chamber of Commerce last week, I believe it was. Just honoring two life members in Mr. Bob Cole and Mr. Bob Kangieser, to find pillars of our community in Port Alberni. And they have a new executive. Chair is Chris Washington from Fandangles. Vice Chair is Angela Scaly, Community Arts Council of Alberta Valley. Second Vice Chair is Abu Hassan Mohammed Jahangir, AgriHope Farms and Products, and he's also in charge of trying to bring FIFA to the community as well. So very, very energetic gentleman. Secretary is Katie Carlisle from the Community Box, SQSP Queen, and the treasurer is Ali Ashwood from Wildflower Cafe. So I have a whole new membership there and a bunch of new directors. So, but that was probably the highlights of, and they had a Hello Ferry group there to present as the keynote speaker as well. So to talk about Hello Ferry and their successes as well. So it was a good AGM. So I'm not sure. I see Director Boyko was on here as well, so I don't know if he's got anything else to add, but that was my take of the last meeting.
Where's the Wildflower Cafe?
The Wildflower Cafe, is that not on Argyle?
Argyle.
It's Argyle Street.
Okay. Director Boyko, any supplemental?
Negative, Chair. I still don't get invited to meetings or get any agendas from these people. So in future, I'd like to get invited and get the agendas. Thank you.
Okay, duly noted. We'll make sure to send that out. Air Quality Council, Port Alberni, Director Sparrow.
No report this time.
Okay, AVICC, Director Cote.
Thank you. There was a email that came out recently regarding the Reforming Local Government Act. There was a survey that's the deadline is May 31st. If anybody hasn't completed it, could you please do that and send it back? This Friday, AVICC, we have a short meeting onboarding our two new members, Allison McKenzie and Trina Isaacson. And UBCM is coming up. We did discuss the resolutions and meetings and just want to make sure everyone's aware that AVICC plays a big part in UBCM and that we have our luncheon and our session, half-day session. And I guess that's it for the moment. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next up is the Sawakin Public Advisory Group, Director Sparrow.
Thank you for that. I didn't attend the meeting, but I have some notes from the meeting. It was they had a Zoom call with they go the higher ups, which was Steve Hoffman, CEO and president.
Yep.
Jonathan Armstrong, VP, Forestry Stewardship and Fiber Supply, and Ben Stewart, Chief Forester. And John provided a summary on all past PAG meetings, all the advisory group meetings, right? As Stephen Hoffman discussed the Western vision and values, strategic plan and transition to a higher value products. And the importance of building kiln dry capacity at mills. The plan to modernize primary manufacturing foundation and accelerate the shift to higher value product. There was a Q&A period real quick, and they're transitioning from the Canadian Standard Association's SF3 standard to the PEFC Canada standard. It's going to last year slowly, which is, I think, an international standard. So each public advisory group spoke about the group's values and recognition on membership's length and time served. And I believe the PAG here is the longest serving PAG around, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's all the notes I have on that.
Great. Okay, I don't think there's any other reports. All right, would anyone like to move to receive? Thank you, Dr. Mealy, seconded by Dr. Koontz. Any further comments? Seeing none, all those in favor? All opposed, motion carried. Alrighty, so that brings us to unfinished business, of which there is none. Late business, sir, question period. We'll start with the gallery. Bob or anyone, do you have any comments or questions? All right, do we have anything in the email address?
I'll get Janice to check that for me.
Okay. I've just checked it and there have been no questions or comments emailed to the responses email address.
All right, thank you. Okay, so that brings us into the in-camera portion of the meeting. So when we do go in camera, we do close the meeting to the public according to certain sections of the community charter. So for us right now, we have 3 sections that we'll be closing the meeting for, and I'll read them out now. Motion to close the meeting to the public as per the community charter under sections 91A, personal information about an identifiable individual who holds or is being considered for a position as an officer, employee, or agent of the regional district, or another position appointed by the regional district. 91E, the acquisition, disposition, or expropriation of land or improvement if the board considers that that disclosure could reasonably be expected to harm the interests of the regional district. And 91K, negotiations and related discussions respecting the proposed provision of a regional district service that are at their preliminary stages and that, in the view of the board, could reasonably be expected to harm the interests of the regional district if they were held in public. So those are the reasons why we'll be going camera, and I will move that. Do we have a seconder? Thank you, Director Steer. Any further comments? Seeing none, all those in favor?